Alright, we should be back now. There we go. Now I can have chat and I can close this thing. So if there is anyone in chat, I can see that. Alright, so first of all, oh for fuck's sake, my mouse cursor's gone. Can I go to live? Okay, yeah. Play. I shall show you the problems that I'm having. Did I disable my own mod here? Yes, okay, nice. Basic. Mouse, where the fuck are you? Play. So, when we're here and I open my mod thing, it's so bloody annoying that I don't have my cursor. So, the cursor just disappears if I do the... yeah, I can do anything if my cursor is gone. Alright, anyhow. I probably should restart the game, because this is not playable. Well, I have caught that on video, I guess. Hopefully they... Actually, I don't think my stream is showing Teardown. Wait, so if I do this... okay, it was the stream's issue. I will have to switch back and forth manually. Maybe I can hotkey that in OBS. Can I? Properties. Cancel. Filters. Crop, render delay, scroll, sharpen. Close. I can actually put you down there. Guess I have to do it manually. I really want to know if I can. Hotkeys. Scene, switch scene. I might have figured it out. So what shall I use? Let's use something that I don't use for typing. Alright, this will do. No. This one can be gone. Oh, be gone. Alright, so now I should be able to switch. So this is display capture. Nice. So this is the game capture. Yeah, if I go to display capture, my mouse cursor disappears. Makes sense. Alright, anyhow, we can actually start now. So we are in my game. As you can see, I have a bunch of nice presets, but the biggest problem is that let's take for example the max fires. I've configured them to be different for different presets. So ultra shoot, it switches nicely, but if I go to fire settings, it stays the same. I'm actually not sure what happens if I actually create a preset based on this. Test. So it creates a test preset. If I go to fire settings, it does remember that. Now if I go to low fire settings, It doesn't switch, which is, and if I go then again to something else, that's 2. Oh no, that's description. Don't care about that. Oh, I don't have numbers. Don't care. That's W. Right, so this is still there. I have an issue with debug messages as well. So these are configured correctly, but if I switch back to test, it's probably not stored. Nope. So somehow, somewhere, my presets are not stored correctly in the save game, which is really odd because it worked like yesterday. Well, to be fair, I did not actually. The problem is that if I go to for example, high, and then restart the game, of course, I switched back to different settings. Alright, so if I restart the game and go to again, I believe it has switched properly. Yeah. So somehow, real time, it's not switching my presets around, but it is doing it correctly when loading. Well, that's a hint. So, welcome to my horrible. Actually, this can be still on. I don't care. Horrible. It started out fine, but it became a dump truck. Later on, piece of code. Too many things to do. Actually, did it not happen after I changed this name? Actually, the biggest hint that it isn't working properly is because I have here the description in every preset. So if I go here, description, I should be able. It should print that under the presets. Okay, it's not showing it. It was working before, for fuck's sake. Did I make any changes? I did. Let's actually just store those, stash those changes. Stash changes. You broke. And restart the game. I guess that's simply the best way. Yeah, here we go. It's working again. Why the fuck did that? What did I change? Actually, not much. Settings. I've added debug prints. Well, that shouldn't be an issue. Main. I disabled this one. You're not going to tell me that that's the... No, I enabled that one at some point again. Port called. Oh yeah, I messed around with this one. I'll apply this one again, because although that's a bit of an issue I encounter when modding for Teardown, is that when you go too deep down the rabbit hole of nested functions, for loops and all that, you can't see this because they are split up in functions, but I believe from my head this is like 6 deep in for loops. Yeah, it's horrible. But if there's an issue sometimes in such a nested looping system, it does not show up in the game as like, ooh, you did something wrong, and throw an error message or actually break the mod. It's just silently, this doesn't work and can cause, as you probably could see, a lot of issues. So we're gonna see if I apply this, then yeah, we know it's this one. Can I? I probably should just copy this one. Why? Oh, I know. Particle. Ooh, that's not that's not correct. That's probably the easy way, but I just want to apply this one. So I've applied now this one, and I should actually can see it revert back to an older version. Still works. Actually, let's actually verify. So the default, the high preset has 200 max fires. Ultra shoot. It's not working. Balls. Why? Why don't you work? They should go way beyond that. Were you the issue? Restart. So we are back. Fire settings. Like you can see now, after restart it works. So ultra fire settings. It doesn't work. It just doesn't. I broke something and I'm not entirely sure why. Why did it break? Which is a fucking pain in the butt. So it wasn't my changes actually. Which actually leaves the, when I go here and make it in a completely arbitrary version, don't care. It should reset everything and it might just destroy the presets. No. So this is working, so the loading part works now. Hey. Why? Did you see that? It worked for a moment. Or am I, did I go blind? Or oh, I pressed wrong button again. Okay, so the medium is right now at 150. If we go to low, it's not working, is it? Right. Yeah, this is a problem. And the preset still has its description, yes. So the presets are stored correctly. Just not everything is applied correctly. Well, The thing is, I noticed that it worked before. As I mentioned, thousands of times. High 50. It's stuck to 50. Why? I wonder if I go back a version. Check out. Let's check out. Yeah, don't care. We go back to check out. There's only one issue with this version, is that in main.lua I have a special character in here. And this means pieces won't be stored. But that's not important. What I want to know is, does it actually work with? So 5200 ultra. Oh. See, this one works. So I did break it in my latest update. Boy, it's gonna be a pain in the fucking butt if I figure that one out. No, actually, let's make this one change. This is probably the biggest change that will kill everything. Perhaps. Fire settings, 5200. Ultra. No, this works. Okay, then we know that that one isn't the problem. can discard you because I did that change. And the problem is, and that's my fault, I changed a lot of stuff. Oh boy. Oh crap. I don't care. Delete file. Yes. I don't want to do this much. Commit. Changes. Discard all changes. Fuck. Can I do this real quick? Accept all. Yes. And do this and discard. Then we go back to master. So I made changes here, which I actually want. Yes, apply stash. Why did so many of these change? I almost did make a mistake again, that's why I wanted to fix that one. Actually, one of the problems that might be that's causing this issue is that why did I change this back to? Well, it doesn't matter. Like, there's a lot of extra stuff in settings and all that. I'm so confused. Did I remove that? What the fuck happened here? Truly, what the fuck happened here? Let's actually close these because it's so confusing. Huh? Well, actually, there is our issue. I'm actually just not sure. Open file. Which dash did I apply? I mean, this is the correct one. Oh, no. What I wanted to do is go to settings here. Oh, right. I want this one. And I want to load the store all. Where the fuck did I missed shite. Oh. Store all here. This is where the store all should be. Oh, ball. Wait. Settings, store all. How the fuck did I? Is this the issue? Ooh, it's broken now. It's really broken. What? What in the flying fuck happened? This is what I mean. It's so broken and it still doesn't throw me any errors. It's like there's no way for me to figure out what's actually wrong, but and can you only just try and boy. Oh, you can see this, right? I should. I'm actually not sure if what's showing right now. So there we go. My bad. So we're back in my code. So I really need to learn how to do that stuff correctly. So there's this function, store all. This actually stores it in the correct for everything. So is this the correct file? Do I have... No. No, not at all. This guy changes. These are all really not the correct ones, are they? There's no... These should be discarded as well. I'm not sure how the fuck I make that mistake. Version. Oh, this is a problem. Maybe. What the f... Okay, we have to discard all these changes. Discard all. Go back to here. Because I know for sure that I... Yes, this stash. I want to apply this stash. Apply stash. Yes, apply stash. I am so confused. These are not the changes. I'm gonna do it manually then. I mean, if I do this... Stash. Apply stash. You broke. That's the same thing, doesn't it? I know this is the issue now, but... Oh boy. Main.lua. Well, that's one I don't care. Git graph. Particle.lua. This one is really fucking important. Oh. Can I do open file? No. So now this should be seen as a yes, override. I don't care. Look, those are the changes that I needed. I don't fucking understand. Be gone. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Don't save. Particle. This one can be gone as well. Where did my git graph go? Well, these ones should all be gone. Don't save. Don't save. Don't save. Alright, so we did the correct particle. And this is just debug prints additionally. And okay, so we should just go to settings. Why is this actually wrong? The only thing I added were these debug prints and this one. I conclude that this one should stay where it is, and then we go to settings. this one, and we say store all. Do we not have it? There we go. Alright, so that one's correct. Don't save. And the version, well, it's changed. That's okay. I really think we should just go to 4. I will just add a suffix. It's 5.3 point test. So like this, it should reset everything, and I shall be able to see if this fixes it. Oh no, I want the presets to be there as well. I did quite some work to get the presets right. So this was high. I mean, this one does have the description. Yes, like it should. I never changed those, but that's okay. Don't care about those things. Then we go to preset medium. Then we go to preset slippery gypsy. And we go to git graph preset ultra. Somehow I did not change low. Well, alright. And those were the changes, I believe, that I had made, and I should have gotten when applying the stash, but it didn't work like that. Okay. So if I go to there we go. You should now be able to see my game restart. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. Go to presets, we see the default one. Let's verify 50-200. And we go to slippery gypsy. Okay, it was the store all. Mean goodness. Well, there we go. I figured it out. I can apply the update again. No, there's one thing I want to add, and I shall do that. There we go. As mentioned, I haven't mentioned it before. The developers of Teardown in the latest version figured out there was an issue with their built-in, how do you call it, registry token passing, like the name of the register that you want to write. Previously you could use spaces and special characters in there, and silently, without knowing, they found out they had an issue with that, and instead of fixing that issue, they decided to just ignore those registers and those values. And of course you can imagine that breaks a lot of stuff on my end, and especially on your end. If you're using this mod and you create a preset with a space in its name, it will destroy your mod, and actually it will just destroy your whole save game. It will normally when you do that, the game will create in the app data folder. I don't care if you see anything here in your app data local Teardown directory. It will create like backups of the game, the corrupted file. So in here, I believe I still have spaces. So ThiccSmoke. Oh no, special characters. Interesting. Yes, I had special characters in here. Which one was it then? Was it this one? No. I used to have a space somewhere. I'm not sure. Oh no, I only used special characters, so it didn't really break your save game. So luckily my mod was safe in that regard. The only thing that it broke was loading presets in the mod. So if you had created a preset and you changed values, the next time you load the game, it would not show the saved preset, and it would have reset every setting in the mod. So that was an issue, but that was because there was this special character in its name. And I did create a GitHub ticket, I believe I have it. Can I see that here? You have unread notifications. Don't care about those. Yes. Can I not open? So I've created a, thankfully, which is really great about this game, and the developers, I should say, of this game, is they have an open GitHub page. Of course, it doesn't contain the source code of the game itself, because that's proprietary. But they do allow you to, for easier issue reporting, allow for creating tickets on GitHub. Which actually is really fucking handy. I wish more games would do stuff like this, especially a game where you have you're allowed to mod, because it's transparent to the end user what is reported. You can actually see what's are fixed and all not, and you actually know if they are doing something with your issue or not. But that's fine. Okay, so anyhow, the mod should work now. And what I wanted to do, I completely lost track about what I wanted to do, is in my beautiful game mod, in my UI, I would like to, I had a debug print here that should be gone, sorry. Got distracted again. Anyhow, this is exactly where I want it to be. This one is fine. But in the normal text input field, I still allow spaces, and I'm gonna make it sure that you cannot use spaces anymore. So now if we go back to my mod, and I should make it sure that you can see it right now. If I restart the game and go to presets, you cannot see this, but I'm gonna type something with space. This is text where with spaces. So you cannot create presets anymore with spaces. So you cannot break your save game anymore. Great old me. Actually, I should filter out. I'm not entirely sure if I can use special characters in here. Can I use? No, you can't. Special characters, no. Alright, let's delete active. So, I believe I have fixed the issues and I'm ready to release this, which I'm going to do right now. We are on version 5.4 actually right now. Beep, version 5.4. And I shall commit those issues. Version 5.4 bug fixes plus limit text preset names. No. Do not allow for preset names with spaces. That's basically it. Plus some preset changes. I might actually tinker about with the preset changes a bit more, because oh, you cannot see what I'm doing right now, but that's fine. Yeah, I will show you what the presets look like. I do like to do it in night mode. Right. So this is low preset. Doesn't really look like much. want a little bit more smoke if I... well, I cannot disable it anymore, but yes, no, I can show this fire settings debugging on. Like, this is the size in where it can detect fires. As you can see, it's humongous. Actually, I'm not sure why it's not detecting that side being on fire. Oh no, it's now. It's doing it. I might change this a bit because this is actually too large. Oh. You see those purple boxes flicker? Those are... I don't know, maybe I should explain this. There's nobody watching, but I should explain this. So, this mod basically determines fire locations by doing a recursive binary search to a certain box size, going from the whole world size, like 400 by 400, to a desired size that you give up. And in those boxes, it does one more step and finds the actual fire location. You can see the blue dot right there. And it will spawn particles on that location. Additional particles next to the existing fire particles, like smoke. And that's basically the premise of this mod. But there's more. There is one second layer, then that's the purple boxes that you see. That's always large, should always be larger than the minimum box size that you want to detect, which allows for spawning light points. This is done so that you don't spawn light point for every fire you see, which is would really hurt performance. It is also used in the higher presets to simulate wind, which I will come to later. You can of course configure those box sizes, and it's not... oh, did it not store that? Anyhow, it should configure those box sizes, like I said on here, like so. No, I will show it to you. So at some point it will start detecting a fire. Oh no, it disabled E. Let's go. Right, so now you can see it. So now if I go make this smaller, you can see it becomes smaller. So 3 is actually pretty decent. I should leave it at 3. So that means that you're actually in the size of this house, you can actually see just 4 dot spawning smoke particles. And it's actually... I want to make it a little bit more intense. It's okay. Whee! So now let's multiply you by 3. So this is actually pretty decent looking, and it's, as you can see, no lag whatsoever. And a decent amount of smoke, besides the existing smoke. It doesn't add a whole lot of extra smoke, but it's there. But it disappears quite quickly as well, because the lifetime of smoke is really low. If we go back to restart, and oh no, it remembered, that's fine. The medium you just saw, it has already a little bit less. It has smaller size boxes. But it spawns a bit more smoke, and they exist for longer. I think I want to set the intensity multiplier by 2 for everything, because it's really not that intensive. I mean, you can see the boxes go darker, lighter green, which means the fire is more intense at that location. And it will spawn bigger particles, that's basically it. Alright, no. So these presets are actually pretty decent, and the only thing I want to do is for the low preset. and I can do the high as well. So I want those presets to have actually the, where is it, fire detection, fire intensity multiplier set by 2, because as you can see with such large boxes, apparently the intensity is never going to become high enough to actually see any difference. Of course you can change that yourself later on. And I want to do the same for medium. Intensity modifier, where the fuck are you? Oh, I cannot say fuck. I did anyway, sorry YouTube. Let's actually make sure you can see this. Nice. So in here, I want to set the fire intensity multiply to 2. And I probably have to set this one to like an 4, which is fine. High is to actually everything besides the slippery Gypsy's preset, which I made specifically for him, will get just intensity set to 2. I'm already blind, am I? Oh no, this one's already to 3. Yeah. Actually, I will tone down the slippery Gypsy one to 2 as well, because the problem is if I set this to slippery, oh wait, I should, there we go. You will see really quickly, it's huge. And you see the frame rate drop instantly, and that's of course not something you want. Alright, so that's basically the premise of this mod. My keycap is coming loose. Thank you, Logitech. Anyhow, there's also one other cool feature that I want to show you. Oh, why is my mouse gone? There we go. You couldn't see anything, I guess. Alright, anyhow. Ooh, what the fuck? Oh, that's nice. That's where the mod has gone. Anyhow, got distracted. I had a mod that shows the registry for the basic in-game registers, and it used to be a tool, and now it's just a key, which is fine. I didn't know that, but it's fine. And what I wanted to show you, getting distracted again, is actually something quite cool. So I have changed those presets, so this one should now have the intensity set to 2. Yes, correct. Still huge, but there's something really cool. As you can see, there's some kind of wind effect. It's actually storming right now. In the wind, I can actually show you what it's doing. So these particles, of course, invisible during normally in the presets, allow for some smoke, some wind simulations. There's only one issue that I encountered, and as you can see, sometimes the smoke, the wind is not actually spawning, and of course it actually adds the nice effect of wind changing in strength, which is normal. But it's actually, I think, but I haven't figured it out yet, related to the fact that there's just a limited amount of smoke particles that can be there. And still, this is a lot of smoke particles. It might not be, well, how you could say it. It might just be too much for the simulation within Teardown to handle, maybe? I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure how it works. Oh yeah, and of course if the fire dies down, the wind stops. But oh well, it's experimental, it's there for some cool screenshots during fire. I wouldn't recommend using the wind simulations to for in-game purposes, when you actually want to play a firefight or something. Because, as you can see, its performance, it's just a basic fire in a small shed that's basically bringing down the frame rate in this game to abysmal numbers. But it looks really cool, especially in big open environments. It makes actually the reason I made this is because normally, as you can see, smoke would go up in a vertical manner. There was no horizontal movement at all, which is quite unrealistic for fire and smoke, because there's always wind and smoke always goes somewhere, not 90-degree ups, and just always moves, which I like. I like to see the dynamics of smoke and fire, which is why I created this mod. I'm not a pyromaniac, I know. I don't like burning real stuff down. It's hot. I do like a fireplace and a fire to play around with sometimes, but that's just all. The nicest thing about this is that you can do it in a safe environment. Right, anyhow, I think I'm ready to release this mod now. The presets are decent enough from my perspective. Let's go. Alright. Let's do this. Changes. Yes, you can join. Alright. So now, let's go back into the game. I committed it. You couldn't see that because I forgot again that I cannot show you two things at the same time. So now we can actually publish this mod. Publish update. Yes. Done. So now let's open Steam. No. Steam. Perhaps there are already complaints. No, there are not, thankfully. So this is my quickest way to go to my mod. Let's change nodes. Bug fix update. Presets should work now. And preset can no longer preset names, I'm typing is hard, can no longer contain spaces in their names. And a lot of care. Small improvements. Of course, that's subjective to the presets. Okay. Back again. Update is live. Issues should be fixed. Please let me know. And should also mention it here. Oh, I forgot I cannot press enter without. There we go. Alright, so everything is honky-dory, and we now have a working fire mod again, which is always cool. Maybe I shall put something on fire. Not really sure what I want to put on fire though. Actually, I lie. This is one of those really great maps to play around with. Play. After negotiations failed, hostages have been given a very short amount of time to live. Plan your entrance and take out the criminals. Watch your fire. Sounds cool. Sandbox. Hunted. Multiple Class C security robots have broken out of a research facility and are roaming the streets. Will you be found? And it was just, the world isn't real. If you can't run the neighborhood, run this one. Okay. Units are standing by for any emergencies. I guess not. Phil, no response. What a lovely place. Beep beep. Actually, can cars be on fire? Oh, I guess so. That's actually quite cool. Nice. You see the wind effect coming into play here. It's not great. It's doing its best. There's always something about night. Can I still drive? It's still drivable. Ouch. Jesus Christ, this thing is fast. But of course, we are here to see the big fires. No way. That's cool. Did it turn off? Is that in all for all houses? Okay, that is cool. What the fuck am I hearing? Can you open up, please? Hello, I have come to burn you down. That's the garage. Hello. Door, please open. Hello. I'm not sure what this does, but can I plug it? Oh my god. I want to plug it back in. Okay, let's... no, no. Damn it, why do... Oh, that's not... Where'd the cable go? Sorry, my bad. Fuck. Oh! You know, I heard that sound so many times in maps when I destroyed stuff, and I never could place what it actually was. I thought it was some kind of a, like, a person or living being that sounded. But it's actually the snapping of wires? And what the fuck is that sound? It's making going nuts. Cool. That's actually quite cool. Anyhow, the fire started at its house and now it's moving. No. The PC put the building on fire. Oh my goodness, I am going to escape soon. And immediately... that is your preset, Slippery. Good luck with that. That's a very burnable house, this. It's eerily scary, actually. Also have the Teardown fire spread turned up all the way. Besides that, my own fire spread mechanism is also in place right now and is spreading at the max distance, I believe. You see the wind is having difficulty sometimes. But you can see this is a slideshow level of particle spawning. This is almost the size, it's detecting fires almost at individually right now. So it's spawning a lot of particles, I can tell you that. But this is why I like the wind simulation. It actually looks like an actual fire during a stormy day or something. Of course you can change the direction and you can change the speed, the strength of the wind. Because it's really strong right now, but it's cool. I would have loved to enter the fire contest with this mod. But unfortunately, well, hear me out, this is a rant, but it's not a fault, I'm not blaming anyone, but it's just something that triggered me. The initial rules stated that you had to create a scenario or a map that has music, or at least some kind of music, and a storyline, and some gameplay level features. I believe that was in the rules, and it should be a map. You hear the word map, and I was like, shit, I cannot enter, because this mod is obviously more like how could you say, a global mod that applies to every map. It's just one thing. And then I noticed there was something else in there. It's called a gas can, which is a really cool mod. Don't get me wrong, it's really fucking cool. It's like this. You can pour down gas everywhere and light it on fire, and it spreads like fire on gasoline wood. But it's not a map, and it's not a scenario. It's not doesn't provide any more gameplay than this does, actually. You can see where I'm going with this. It basically broke the rule, and it was allowed to enter, and that didn't just sit well with me, because I mean, then I could have ended with this one as well, right? I mean, nobody really likes to play with this kind of atrocious frame rates, but I mean, it's cool for some nice, I can't speak English anymore, time lapses and screenshots. Yeah. The only problem I have right now is that just the amount of particles is apparently being limited. If I actually spread inside here, it's actually quite cool. If fire is near a window, it will break that window, because heat breaks windows, especially older windows, but we shall omit that detail. Might be able to hear it in a minute. There we go. That's the sound of glass breaking. So much fire. Okay, you hear the sound again. I believe that's wire that's breaking. I wonder actually, are people still alive in here? How does it look from the inside? That sounds, looks like a problem. That's some bright fires right there. Hi everyone, how are you doing? Holy fuck, that's really bright. I might have to turn down the light emissions a bit, because that's really too much. You can see the light is actually who doesn't like cool windy conditions? Anyhow, I think I should start working on my other mod. Make a screenshot of this maybe. Photo mode. Even looking at it from a photo, actually the smoke amount isn't really that great. Might be just too much fires. That's so much fire. Maybe a new screenshot for the mod. I believe the fire is actually limiting the amount of particles that can be, the wind I should say, is limiting the amount of particles that can be spawned. So that's a drawback. Anyhow. Ooh, that's so laggy. Yeah, let's actually start working on the other mod that I'm working. I am trying to work on is, I called it ThiccDestruction in my title, but that's not entirely. It's called Thick Damage. This is really cool. Like might work out of the box. So it's actually something that doesn't work on large maps, but on smaller maps, especially this simple house one, it isn't working. Why not? Did I break it? I probably did. Thick damage. Oh, I noticed that I probably should fix the take this mod as well. Whoops. Oh well. Alright, so not entirely sure why you are not working. Am I still in the game? Probably I am. Yes. Oh. Oh, that should be fine. Yes. Alright, I was figuring out why this didn't work. Oh, I know why it didn't work. Hmm. Actually, this doesn't really matter. Oh, I actually know why it isn't working. I know it's actually working, but you can't see it. Okay, probably you should be able to see the game now. Now it should be on. Interesting. This is also no. Oh, this is probably too small. 265.8. No, that's not. I can do math. 204.8. Huh? Why aren't you working? Why are you not working? So this should not be local. This is me thinking really hard. Obviously I broke something. It's not detecting anything. It's just interesting. No, actually it did find something, because it set it right here. See, apparently it's just not doing anything. Nope. Why don't you work? This did find something, but it's finding something, but I'm not sure why it's not. Why you know work? This is annoying. Or is the old one? Confused, that was not demon. Oh, wait, There we go. Okay. Apparently I set it to 0, I'm not sure why. So it's almost destroyed everything. Alright, let's restart.
Ethan.
Come on. I mean, this is cool, isn't it? So this is like a really tiny size that is scanning. And if I just, I mean, it's stored it correctly this time, didn't it? Yeah, okay. So if I destroy 50% of this, it should come down. So, pick my minigun. There we go. It breaks in half. Because it cannot support that weight. Funny thing is that, and this is the size of I should use, but as you can see, it took a long time to load. So if I do this on a really huge map, it will probably just crash. Well, maybe. Let's pick something like this. As you can see, it takes an enormous amount of time to process because it has probably found a lot of stuff. And it has to do this at launch, and this is something I need to improve. So the problem is that the bounding size is so large. If you want to do the whole map, it's impossible actually. So I was doing it thinking about creating a detection algorithm. I'm not really sure if you can call it an algorithm that takes the shape, sees if there's another shape in the nearest vicinity at the edges. That's probably the difficult part. So you have the shape and you want to detect if there's another shape connected, because you want the whole building to be part of one bounding box, for example. And you only want to do that once it's destroyed, which would still take a huge amount of calculation, which is goddamn annoying. But maybe I should do it in layers. Actually, that's not a bad idea. If I make the bounding box huge, which is fine. Does it work? Anyhow, I'm going to go for dinner. Or dinner, lunch I should say. This probably has crashed. I'm going to mute myself and maybe you can see it load at some point. Which is, I haven't tried this before. So, I will be back in a minute.